Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate this year's inductees into the ARIA Hall of Fame, Human Nature.
Wow. Man, this is so overwhelming. I want to thank you so much. Just to be up here to be inducted in the Hall of Fame is unbelievable. And tonight for us is built on thank yous. And the first one really goes to the ARIA board for this incredible, incredible honour. You know, it was actually, as Richard said, 30 years ago tonight that I asked these three guys in the schoolyard to sing with me, which for schoolboys in the late 80s was pretty radical. But they said yes. And so this is a dream that started as four guys singing on stage in Bankstown Town Hall. So to be here tonight with those amazing inductions and just to see across our career what we've been blessed to do together is just amazing. Awesome.
Well, you know, when we started together in high school, Andrew, Toby and Phil, they were 15, 16 years old. And I was a 12-year-old boy soprano. And nothing says popular at high school like boy soprano. So they were good times. But being in the group for that long is kind of hard to comprehend, really. It's literally everything we've done has been a part of shaping the person that I am. So one of the first inspirational memories for me was our mums sitting us down and making us read a book called The Power and the Passion. And it was all about how to make it in the record industry. And our mums, yes, I'm talking to you, knew we were serious about this career and this was their guiding hand for us. And reading that book really instilled in us the idea that it's so important as artists to be across every part of your business, and that has stayed with us always. And from kids on that stage in Bankstown to the very, very young men up here tonight, we've always respected every single performance we give as being just as important as the next. And one particular performance you heard about changed the rest of our lives. Dennis Hanlon was in the room and he signed us to a record deal on the spot. And we seriously thought that's how things worked. You know, you sing in a boardroom, you get a record deal, you make a record, you tour the world with Michael Jackson, Celine Dion. Simple, right? It turned out to be a bit more difficult than that. But we have been with Dennis and the Sony family for now more than 25 years, which is just pretty amazing. And we love you, Dennis, so much. And thank you to everyone at Sony Australia for your belief in us. You are just a force of human nature that is strong within our lives to this very day. Thank you, mate.
Now, we are all witnessing history here tonight because for the first time ever, ARIA is inducting a boy band into the Hall of Fame. Yes! Now, I must admit, I've never thought of myself as being part of a boy band. You know, for the first 10 years, from 1996 to 2006, I don't know if I owned a shirt that had sleeves. I also dyed my hair peroxide blonde to sing the national anthem at the Sydney Olympics, and yep, I'm still proudly wearing my eyebrow ring from 1997. But hey, that's just me. Now, even though the knees hurt a little more, we can still manage to bust out those crutch-busting moves that you saw a minute ago. And we are totally at peace with being called a boy band. Now, I mean, this boy band thing has worked out pretty well. We've just celebrated 10 years on the Las Vegas Strip. And thank you. And I want to say, with our deepest thanks to the man who welcomed us into a studio in LA and listened to us sing an a cappella version of one of his greatest hits, Ooh Baby Baby, and then set about making us Vegas headliners. And that is the incredible Smokey Robinson. You know, that legend made one of our dreams come true. And he did instill in us some very sage advice. He said, boys, you'll always meet the same people on the way up as you do on the way down. So always stay as humble as you are. And so, Smoke, we love you. And just to clarify, we're not planning on making our way down anytime soon. Now, over all that time, the things that we've felt really matter are being true to yourself, really taking your craft seriously, and, always respecting those who love and support you. We've always tried to treat every person we work with the greatest respect and try and remain humble ourselves. But our most overwhelming gratitude goes to our fans and anybody who has seen us live and loved our music. You guys have made this continue for such a long time, and we truly, truly love you. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Now, I'm sure a lot of you out there are wondering how the hell we managed to stay together for 30 years. It's longer than most marriages these days. But a lot has happened over those last 30 years, and I have a little bit of a passion for statistics, so I'm going to list a few off here for you. In those 30 years, we have performed over 4,000 performances, but just a handful of cancellations, only one of them due to a hangover. I won't name any names. We've performed for more than 10 million people and only had objects thrown at us once. Thank you, Shell Harbour Workers Club.
Keep it real.
Yeah. We've worn through more than 200 jackets and torn through about 400 pairs of pants. We've stayed in over 1,000 hotels and we're rock and roll enough to break one TV stand.
Come on.
Apologies to the Gold Coast Marriott. We've done about 2 million synchronised dance moves, but only dislocated one knee and had one bulging disc. Yeah, I said disc.
Oh.
And in those 30 years, yes, we have had many fights and arguments, but the main reason we have stayed so strong is because we all feel the same passion for this, and we're also quick to forgive. It always was, and it still is, 4 high school mates growing up and sharing this journey together, side by side. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to the amazing team who get us through what we do every day, from our wonderful manager, Jen Fontaine, and everyone at Private Idaho Management. Our agents both here and in the US, that's Tony Grace and Adam Steck. Love you, mate. To all of the incredibly talented musicians and truly dedicated crew who've been able to share we've been able to share the stage with, and to all of those creative people who've helped us evolve into the artists we are today. We thank you all so sincerely. But most importantly, a huge thank you to our parents. We wouldn't be here without you, well, obviously, but quite seriously, to our parents and to our extended families, we love you so much, and thank you so much for all your support. Making music as a career is such a gift. The power of music to bring joy to people's lives is incredible. And, we're so proud to be part of taking Australian music and the Australian way of interpreting music to the world. And in this country, we have so much talent. And I just hope that some young artists watching tonight might be inspired by our unlikely journey to this stage. You saw that... some hideous photos in that video package, and who would have thought they'd be up here? And just our testimony to staying true to yourself. I hope you see that, and you keep working at your craft, you learn every day, and you keep chasing your dreams. And moving across the world as we did was probably the biggest gamble we took in the whole 30 years since asking these guys to sing with me. And so that wouldn't have happened without the love, unconditional love and support of our beautiful partners and families. And I want to firstly thank my beautiful wife Heather and my gorgeous angel Violette. I thank God for you guys every day. You are the greatest part of my life. You are my biggest fans, and I love you with every ounce of who I am. So thank you.
And I'd like to send all my love to my very own personal Hall of Fame, which is Darren, Harvey, Roxanne, Lauren, Sadat, Injiazu, Layla and Norm. I love you guys to death, and thank you so much for the support you've given me and all of us over the years and helping us continue what we do. Thank you so much.
And of course, I would like to thank my absolutely beautiful and supportive wife Justine and my gorgeous kids Willow and Xavier. You guys mean the world to me, and I could not do this without you, so I love you all very, very much.
And a big thanks to my beautiful wife as well, Andrea, and my daughter Isabel, who just the world to me. Thank you guys. Love you.
Thanks to the ARIAs, and here's to the next 30 years for us. You guys are wonderful. We
Thank
love
you
it.
so much.